And also my light is broken. My colorful ceiling light, so a good start. But no, the title is not clickbait. I really wish it was. I will close down international shipping in the next couple of days. Before August of this year on all my platforms. The reasons why and what it means for me and other small businesses is the topic of today's video. I will try my best to inform you about the current state of the situation and how I deal with it, and I might have a good solution for the time being. So stick to the end to hear about that. But first, thank you for watching. I'm Kaya, an illustrator from Germany, and I have an online store for my illustrated products. Or I had an online store. Yeah. So what's happening with that? Back when I first started selling my art, or was looking into selling my art, the main quest was basically to find people who would willingly buy my stuff or even look at it. And to be honest, I was not successful at all. I made one sale in multiple years. So yeah, but that was years ago already. But all the things like packaging, article numbers and licenses was just a second thought, maybe a third one even. When I took it seriously during university, I obviously had to do a lot of learning about business models and how taxes work and regulations here in Germany. Because even if I dislike a lot of the systemic rules and obligations, I have to follow them because I cannot risk to be admonished. I don't have the time and money for that. But if you try to follow the rules, it feels like every other month there will be a new one, a new law, another thing that swallows your energy, your resources, your time, and all with no regard for what it means for the smallest and the single person businesses. It's just really frustrating. To keep the rant short, I talked about product safety, regulation, measurements here before. That's not part of this video. That's not a topic for today. They are really annoying, take time, cost money, need packaging, but we still did it because you have to, and it's somewhat doable, even if it's annoying if you only have stickers, and usually there's not much to tell you about safety, about a sticker or a keychain, so it's annoying, but it's doable. But now the EU has decided on new laws about the packaging, and don't get me wrong, there was always regulations and things you had to consider, but they were less devastating. You'd always needed a license for packaging you bring into circulation, which already was annoying, but doable because I didn't have that much packaging, so it was okay cost-wise and effort-wise. And yes, even though I classify as a small business with my art products, and even if you only send one packaging or one parcel out a year, you had to need this license. But you had a bit more freedom, which it already does sound like a joke if you think about that. But well, I got the damn license and registration, so I obeyed all the laws, the rules. But now they changed something which takes a lot of freedom away when it comes to shipping in the EU. But now they want each business to have a spokesperson in each country you send something to in regards to these packaging laws. Which means if I send just one parcel out to our neighbors and friends, I need to have a responsible person there for my business that I have to declare. And now if I want to send one parcel to Italy, perhaps I need some responsible one in this country. You know what I'm getting at. It's just like really the breakdown of all of it, so you can understand what's going on if you never heard of that at all. Like I said, there was regulations before that. I have a list, but I cannot remember all of the countries that were a struggle before. I just did it once on my Etsy and just checked the countries that were safe to send in. I never sent to the US as well, so I already just had a really small batch of countries I could send into, and now it gets even smaller. Yeah, also the situation is for all the member countries of the EU. It's not just Germany that's thinking that. Yeah. Anyway, I obviously are just one person in a one-person business, and it's tiny, and I don't have responsible people or what's it called, employees anywhere. So obviously I have not a branch in any other EU country. But now you're probably thinking, there has to be a solution for this issue because there are probably another handful of businesses that have the same problem and that still want to send outside their base country, right? Yeah, right. But these solutions, I kid you not, will cost you multiple €100 per country. I don't think I have to explain to you why that is bullshit for small businesses and not feasible at all. So closing down the shipping areas, I guess. No, yeah, so I will lose customers, but I will lose way more money if I choose even just one country. I cannot pay 3-digit fees just to send maybe something to another country. I don't do much online sales anyway, so I wouldn't even know how to go about it. So yeah. So my solution is to only ship inside of Germany till the responsible government gets their shit together and realize how this will result in a weaker European economic quality. Yeah, because I feel like this change will destroy the free market in between the European countries. And I bet there will be a lot of other small businesses, or not even small business, just like smaller businesses that will just stop sending their goods out to other countries. And I think we will feel that sooner or later, not just in the art community, but that's relevant for me, so I'm talking about that. But with all that said, this was just a breakdown. I am not a businesswoman or a finance bro or like an economic mastermind. I just understand the really basics of what I need without getting in trouble, which is already a lot. Yeah, I'm just an artist trying not to get sued in a world that seems to not prefer small independent companies or workers or artists in general right now. So yeah, I'm currently pushing around with me a lot of frustration and uncertainty. Yeah, but I try not to be too pessimist about all of the current world state. It was not a sentence. Anyway, so that was the bad news. I hope you tried it. No, but no, I want to end the video on a bright side. Or brighter side, yeah, because it will not help me if I just be frustrated and sad. So I obviously was looking for workarounds to still share my art and products. After all, this is my job and I want it to be my job, and I just can't let this stop me from my goals. So I was looking for print-on-demand sites that would allow a worldwide service. So it also includes the US and other countries I previously couldn't ship to because of all the other reasons. So we are entering now the advertisement section of this video, like an ad from me and myself. Yeah, so by the way, I opened an Artiststore store. Yay! I found this name so funny because like I'm Artiststore store. Yeah, it's so on the point, but that's what it is. It's a store for artists where we can upload our designs and you can buy them, print on demand. Anyway, that's basically what Artiststore is. And it's a storefront in cooperation with Race, which is my usual manufacturer for most my other products, like most of my keychains, no, all of my keychains and pins and most of my stickers I get from Race. And I like the quality. I bet you have heard of Race. I wanted to try that out, like Artiststore, and I applied. I got my referral link and opened my store, and I ordered the first samples for me because before I advertise a store, I want to have samples first, because in theory I should get the same exact quality that I get from Race if it's the same manufacturer. So I tested it out and I got some samples, and I'll just show you how it went. You can take a look for yourself. You can see how an Artiststore order would arrive at your place. It does look just like a worker's order would look when it arrives, with a little card. It was actually quite well packaged. It felt like my products were secure in there, and that's basically just how I know orders from workers arrive. So I have no issues with that point. I ordered different products from which I had at home and some I don't already have. The first one you see is a pin with holographic effect from my Dragon Rats, which I don't have in my convention stock at the moment. I just tried them out, and I obviously ordered another Dragon Rat, and this product I had to order like it is because that's how my store, my convention store, my Etsy store started, with the Dragon Rat keychains. This one is the Kiko. You know Kiko if you followed me for just a bit. I ordered these products so far in a smaller size than usual, just because I had a sample coupon and the smaller sizes are cheaper. But the Kiko keychain, it looks exactly like I know them, just in a size smaller. The next product is also fairly new for me. It's the mirrored acrylic pins. This one is quite tiny. I usually have bigger pins and bigger keychains, but it's just 1.5 inches, and I do really like how the quality comes out. The print is really nice, the epoxy looks nice. It's just the regular Bucharest quality. I cannot say anything against it. It's how I know it. Second to last is a keychain, which is quite difficult to produce normally already. So I wanted to try it out in a smaller size and with the Artiststore service. It was a bit of a hassle because I got the email, had to confirm the foil details, but in the end I think it turned out quite well. These motifs are made for 3-inch keychains. This is a 2-inch keychain. You can see the foil effect shimmer through to the backside, which should not happen, but in a size this small, I think it's just not possible for details to be that thin and still visible on foil. So I'm not 100% sure if I will keep them up on my Artiststore page. And lastly, something that I've been planning to do for quite a while, it's sticker books actually. I got asked a couple of times for sticker books. So overall the quality is fine, and how I know it from other people who ordered from OK sticker books before. I like how the print is behind a matte acrylic sheet and then it's printed on almost a soft touch paper. It makes the dark colors look really nice and saturated. And then I obviously had to try it with a random sticker. This is my Dragon Red Enoch. So we're trying the quality of the sticker book pages and also removing it because it's a reusable sticker book. So obviously it's reusable. So this was just a really small breakdown of some sample products I ordered, and now I can kind of pinpoint how the product quality is. It is how I expected it. If the quality would have been shitty, I would not have made this video and advertised my Artiststore. One downside is that you will not get a pretty package like from me or with my handed stamp or my business card. You will just get a parcel with the product and nothing fancy. I think it's a good compromise. So that was the unboxing already. So now you know what's been going on my storefronts, and you know another page where you can shop around. Or if you're an artist in the same situation, maybe you know a store you can check out for yourself. If you need that option, and you could consider open an artist store if that helps you. If you stayed here with me today, thank you. I would greatly appreciate if you leave me a like and a follow, or comment your thoughts and opinions down below. I also would love for you to check out my storefronts, especially my Artiststore because it's fairly new. Your support means the world, really. And with that being said, I hope you have a great day or evening or night or whenever you watch this. I filmed this at night because I'm not bothered by church bells at the midnight hour. So yeah. So thank you for watching. Take care, believe in yourself, and I hope to see you in my next video.